So I would first like to mention about the Second Amendment. On June 9, 2016, the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled 7-4 that the right of the general public to carry a concealed firearm in public is not and never has been protected by the Second Amendment, thus upholding a law requiring a permitting process and a good cause for concealed carry licenses in California. Also, the negative side also brought up about the Columbia versus Heller court case, and this court case, the ending of the ruling wrote that the Second Amendment protects an individual right to possess a firearm unconnected with service in military and use that arm for traditionally lawful purposes such as self-defense within the home. Therefore, the mass shootings that we have brought up have not been, most of them have not been in the home, and therefore were not used for protection. Why are these killers scared of little innocent elementary schoolers who get shot from these mass shootings? What danger did they have to do to them? I also like to bring the example that the negative side brought up about the clerk getting shot. This is exactly why we are on the affirmative side. The clerk was being shot up by someone who had a gun. Yes, luckily he did have a gun, but this shouldn't happen to begin with if that first person was not able to have a gun to begin with. So therefore, there shouldn't be anyone being shot up with the stores or anything that happened, because there would be no guns for them to do those things. Our opponents also failed to mention anything about the women brutality that we have brought up with our evidence. And I'll also like to give another example that was posted in the Glyphers Law Center, and it states, for example, in 2014, a gunman killed 4 people, including his ex-girlfriend, in a shooting spree in Morgantown, West Virginia. Although the shooter was prohibited from purchasing firearms due to multiple felony convictions, including kidnapping, he was able to buy a gun from a seller on Facebook who was not required to run a background check under. So by having guns out there that are being able to be bought on Facebook as easily as this, where those people selling those guns are not required to do a background check. So even if we were to have any stricter laws about background checks or anything like that, it wouldn't work because people still sell it illegally. And therefore, if we wouldn't have any guns, then there would be no guns to be sold in general. So there would be no violence due to that.